CFL Game of the Week on TSN. We're in Regina, where the weather forecast looked a little dicey, but we're hanging in with 24 degrees and light winds. This is the final game of Week 3 in the CFL. Ottawa looks to make it 3 wins in a row. Saskatchewan hopes for number 1.
Ottawa has had very little success here at Taylor Field. In their last 8 visits, they have lost 7 games. We'll see how they do tonight as Ottawa lines up against Saskatchewan on our CFL Game of the Week. And we're ready for football at Taylor Field in Regina. Ottawa against Saskatchewan, a Rough Rider rivalry renewed for 92. The head coaches used to be partners with the British Columbia Lions. Back in 84 and 85, Don Matthews bringing Ron Smeltzer to the Canadian Football League for the first time. A win for each Rough Rider team in head-to-head meetings in 1991, and we're ready for Dave Ridgway's kickoff. Bouncing for Anthony Drawhorn. Surrounded momentarily, but Drawhorn escaped to get out to the 35. Ray Bernard led the tacklers, a 15-yard return to set the Rough Riders up with pretty good field position. That's the Ottawa Rough Rider. Tom Burgess began his CFL career in Ottawa in 1986. He spent time in Saskatchewan, and last year he was the quarterback in Winnipeg. From the 34, 1st and 10 Ottawa. Reggie Barnes broke 1 tackle. Let's check out how the Ottawa Rough Riders line up. A couple of newcomers in Lammy and Tierney making their first starts.
Receiving core, Bobby Gordon and Tremel Taylor. Tremel Taylor, the newcomer. Bob Gordon played a few games last year. Of course, Reggie Barnes back always at the top of the heap in the rushing category. As of now, after 2 games, he leads the league in rushing.
Lammy and Tierney with the team last year, but this is their first full season as starters. Reggie Barnes. And not much running room to the far side for Barnes, stopped by Charles Anthony and Tyrone Joe.
Both defenses in most respects are pretty similar. The front sevens for both sides are very tough, and a bit of a Statue of Liberty play here to Reggie Barnes does not fool the Saskatchewan defense one bit. Bayless and the rest of the crew out there, Tyrone Jones to make the play, and Ottawa is a quick 2 and out.
Terry Baker is in. He's a former Saskatchewan punter. Baker now in his 3rd full season in Ottawa. Jay Cox, the lone man deep for Saskatchewan, and he won't get a chance to make a play. 46-yard punt for Terry Baker. Kent Austin, impressive numbers and the highest passing percentage in the Canadian Football League so far this season, but he's 0 for 2.
Yeah, and really what's hurt him are the 6 interceptions you see right there. He had 3 early against the Calgary Stampeders in the opening game of the season, and just quite frankly couldn't recover from it. So he has to cut down that interception to touchdown ratio down and improve in that department.
Willis Jaycox is in the backfield. Lucius Floyd in motion. Jaycox takes the ball, well read by Glenn Kulka. 68.
Stopped by 68 Glenn Kulka.
Well, the veteran group for the Saskatchewan Rough Riders has 1 newcomer, Craig Hendrickson at left tackle. Everyone else has been there a while.
They made 1 significant change. Willis Jaycox will start at the wide receiver spot in place of Byron Williams, and that is so they can put an extra import in the defensive secondary. Their designee import will be Robert Samuels.
On 2nd and 12, early motion from Ottawa.
Still 2nd down.
Well, they say Snipes jumped the gun, but he is a rough and tumble kind of linebacker, and 3 sacks on the season, 2 last week, as John mentioned, but he has been a tremendous force rushing the passer so far in 2 games.
Kent Austin looks at 2nd and 7 and fires his first of the evening. Ray Elguy at the 40. Pinned by Daniel Hunter, a Gain of 12, first down, Saskatchewan.
Hubbard, next down by 27. Daniel Hubbard, his first down, Saskatchewan.
Three-man front for the Ottawa Roughriders. Kropke is outside this season. Kulka in the middle.
That's a better spot for Glenn Kulka, too. He's much better on the nose. The linebacking core, group that was there all of last season. In the secondary, Les Brown has come over in a trade with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and his presence has been felt quickly. 3 interceptions, 2 games. That's not bad.
Lucius Floyd on first down. Gets across the 40, but not much running room for Floyd that time. Stuman leading the Ottawa tacklers.
Well, this is something that Lucius Floyd does not do a great deal of coming into this game. Only 4 carries. This is his 5th of the season in 3 games, but it really doesn't matter because they use him in a high percentage passing game. He has 17 receptions, and they're all of the short, high percentage variety, and that's how they establish the ball control with the pass.
Austin on 2nd and 9. Don Narcisse out near midfield. 11 yards for Narcisse. John Footy making the tackle.
For the Saskatchewan Roughriders, when they look at an aggressive Ottawa defense, and really only 4 people came that time, that really almost plays into their hands because they have a veteran receiving core, Don Narcisse being part of that, and they read defenses so quickly. They read blitzes, they read zones, and Ken Austin has a great group to work against. He'd like to see Ottawa come after him.
Narcisse again, short of the first down this time. 9-yard gain.
Stopping by 39, Charles Wright. In 9, it's 2nd and 1. Ball's on the Ottawa 46.
2nd and 1. Early in the opening quarter with no score. Saskatchewan at the Ottawa 46. Lucius Floyd off tackle right. Grabbed and dragged back. Gain of 5. It'll be a first down. Ryan Bonner leading the Ottawa tacklers. This Ottawa defense leads the CFL in 13 of 25 categories after week 2.
Well, the one statistic that they lead in that I think every team would like to is yards given up. They have been a stingy group to operate against, but Saskatchewan so far in the first quarter has put a nice ball control style of offense together.
Jaycox coming out of the backfield, slipped, trying to turn the corner, and Angelo Snipes was there to pin him after a loss of 2 yards.
And Willis Jaycox is one of the fastest guys in the Roughriders, and Snipes actually ran him down from behind. Jaycox fell, but it shows you the speed of an Angelo Snipes. Jaycox in the lineup tonight, starting at the wide receiver spot technically, but you will see him in the backfield. Originally a tailback in university. In fact, last year when the Riders got into trouble, he had 19 carries, so he's very familiar with doing that.
From the shotgun on 2nd down, Austin flares it out. One-handed catch by Dave Pitcher, and Pitcher turns it into a first down. Great move by David Pitcher. John Footy leading the Ottawa tacklers.
Well, you think of Ottawa as such an attacking style of defense. Well, what do? They decide to just drop everybody out. Here come the linebackers out. They fake the blitz. Pitcher out here. Austin reads it, and that's what he has to do. If they're going to drop off and cover everybody downfield, you have to dump it off and hope your running back can make some yards for you. David Pitcher, starting for the injured Milson Jones, does a nice job, avoids the first tackle, and is very close, and in fact does pick up the first down.
Well, this has been a rather impressive Saskatchewan drive.
Well, it shows you what a smart quarterback Ken Austin is. You know, he has to be thinking entering this game that they're going to really come after him. That's what they've shown in the first 2 games of the season, but all of a sudden they change up, drop everybody off. He makes the right read.
Ken Austin 4 for 4 in passing. 9:05 to play in the opening quarter. 0-0 Ottawa Saskatchewan in the final game of week 3 in the CFL. Direct snap, and Floyd caught by Angelo Snipes, who's having a pretty good ball game already.
How about that for a little wrinkle? Direct snap right to Lucius Floyd to try and catch Ottawa napping. They read it quite well.
The gain is limited to 1. 2nd and 9 Saskatchewan. Shotgun again. Austin has been successful with the formation. third catch of the night. Charles Wright is covering Don Narcisse that time. 13 yards. Austin's hot.
He is hot, and he knows exactly from the snap of the ball what he has. 4 receivers to the wide side, 1-and-1 backside with Narcisse and Charles Wright. And that is the third catch for Narcisse on this drive, and it is simple. Run down and hook, and the ball is in the air, and that is really tough to defend. There you see the same kind of formation again. Narcisse by himself at the top.
And Saskatchewan now at the Ottawa 16. Willis Jaycox makes his first catch. Wrestled down near the 10. Gain will be 4. Daniel Hunter on Jaycox that time.
That's a pretty tough duo out there. Willis Jaycox and Narcisse at the same side of the field. Daniel Hunter has to respect the speed, so he stays off him a little bit. Jaycox makes a good catch and shows some toughness there as he fights for an extra few yards.
2nd and 3. Here's Austin. Tipped. Patrick Wayne, number 35. Got a bit on that toss from Kent Austin. So the Saskatchewan drive ends here.
Yeah, good play by Patrick Wayne to tip that ball. They gave up a lot of yardage on that series by Saskatchewan, but in their favor, hopefully all they'll give up is the 3 points by Dave Ridgway. Comparison so far this season, both kickers off to good starts.
And Ridgway's 17-yarder is the first scoring of this football evening at Taylor Field in Regina. 75-yard drive, 14 plays, and Ridgway has the Roughriders of Saskatchewan in the lead.
Much heralded Dexter Manley in the Canadian Football League now in his 3rd regular season game with the Ottawa Roughriders, but it has been a transition for him. He has a different role. He's known as the sacker, but he's trying to create opportunities for the linebackers. The linebackers, they are the aggressive ones, and he's in a transition. He talked about it before the game.
But you know, right now that I have to put my personality and, you know, it's all about ego. I put that in the back pocket for the better of the football team. You know, I'm 33. I've been in the league for a while, not in this league, but in the NFL. So it's not about ego anymore. You know, it's just about I just want to come here and do the best I can, and I want to be a dominant force. But right now they're asking me to do something that I really haven't done before, but eventually I will get the job done. Tonight I'm gonna give you a good example of that.
Well, I think it's great for Dexter to work his way into the league in such a fashion that there's not a great deal of pressure on him to come up with a sack a game or something like that. But he will blend in and he will make his presence felt. I'm sure of that.
Ottawa with Tom Burgess at the controls, beginning the drive at the 35. Out of the coverage for David Conrad. An 8-yard gain. Rasevich making the stop for Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan making some adjustments with their linebacking core for the game this week, with King, Jones, and Rasevich in, but slightly different roles at times.
You will not know where any of the linebackers are going to be on any specific down. They're going to move them all over the place and try and confuse the blocking schemes of the Ottawa Roughriders.
Burgess should have a first down across the 45. 6:06 to go, the opening quarter at Taylor Field, Regina. Saskatchewan leading Ottawa 3-0. Ottawa unveiling new silver jerseys for the first time. You like the new logo?
Yeah, I love it. I think that's a tremendous logo. I think Gleibermans came up with that. I think it looks great.
The logo is not new tonight, but the jerseys are. 1st and 10, Burgess with time to throw. Complete to Stephon Jones, number 89. Donaldson made the stop. Benson Donaldson, number 24, a 14-yard gain for Jones.
Stephon Jones has truly blossomed into a fine receiver in this league. You know, he's been around for 8 years and really worked hard at his craft and is disciplined on his routes. A nice hook into the open area in the zone there, and he is such a tremendous deep threat. You know, he's averaging over 25 yards of reception. That is phenomenal.
On first down, Burgess looks to throw again, steps up. Stephon Jones stays inbounds, and that'll be another Ottawa first down. Good effort by Jones in front of George Wynn.
And I think George Wynn will have his hands full. He's a rookie. Stephon Jones is a veteran who's off to a very good start this year. 4 touchdowns already, and Tommy Burgess feels the pressure, but you know, he's underrated as a runner too, and I think the Saskatchewan defense knows that. He takes the hit but delivers the strike to Stephon Jones, and on their second possession now, the Ottawa Roughrider offense feeling more comfortable and starting to move the football effectively.
A 34-yard gain sets Ottawa up with a 1st and 10 at the Saskatchewan 18. Burgess near side. Off target that time. Intending it for Jock Climby. Ron Smeltzer, 25 years in the coaching business. He was in Edmonton last year and an offensive line coach with the BC Lions in 84 and 85. Tom Burgess good on 3 of 4 for 57 yards so far. This will be 2nd and 10 at the Saskatchewan 18. Took a little too long. Time count violation against Ottawa.
Come on, boys, let's go now, let's go. Time count violation. Ottawa number 13. Still 2nd down.
Well, you look at missed opportunities during a game, and a little thing like a time count violation doesn't seem like much, but you know, you've got 2nd and 10 deep in Saskatchewan territory. Now 2nd and 15. Boy, that's a lot tougher than 2nd and 10. So that little mistake, maybe Ottawa's cost himself something.
Blitz is on as Burgess fires to the end zone. Mel Taylor, number 80, was the intended receiver. Penalty marker down.
But it didn't
Defensive
matter.
pass interference. Ottawa number 89. Decline. 3rd down.
Probably why he was so wide open. They've got Stephon Jones on the same side of the field for interference.
We'll talk about it.
Chances are he threw a little pick, and I think you're going to see it right there. What a great shot that is. Charles Anthony, no way he can stay with Tremel Taylor. It was a pick. The officials were right on it. Great call.
Terry Baker looking to tie the score from 29 yards up. Backup quarterback Scott Campbell holding, and it's all even. A 52-yard drive in 7 plays. And Terry Baker gets Ottawa even with Saskatchewan. Slotback Jeff Fairholm has been unable to answer the bell for this one for Saskatchewan. As a result, Dan Farthing is in the game. This is Lucius Floyd on first down, taking the pass from Kent Austin. Fairholm was unable to practice much of the week, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders had hoped he would be able to play, but apparently not, so Farthing is in.
Boy, this is the way you avoid taking sacks. Pressure coming, there you see it, and it's so frustrating. Stuman right in the face of Austin, but Ken Austin gets it away quickly. And well, you talk lack of a running game. This is their running game. They throw those quick passes, they're high percentage, and boy, they keep the ball moving. 8 yards on that pickup.
Austin good on 7 of 8, flags down, 66 yards. Lucius Floyd. One of the rare runs by Saskatchewan.
It will come back, but he will do more running because Milson Jones is out of the lineup with a separated shoulder.
Legal procedure. Saskatchewan number 81. 2nd down, repeated.
Ray Elgard getting a quick start. They'll catch Ray a time or two at that during the season.
During each game.
2nd and 8, Saskatchewan from the 37. 3:16 to go in the opening quarter. It's even at 3. Austin, shotgun formation. Pass tipped. Narcisse looked to be the intended receiver. And Patrick Wayne. Got a hand on it.
Well, here's Dexter Manley coming on the pass rush, and Roger Aldegas, the old knee chopper right there on the quick throw. He decides to take the chop on Manley, and he goes down. But Patrick Wayne, the 2nd time he has knocked the ball down in this quarter. he forces Saskatchewan to punt, and the umbrellas come up in a hurry as the rainstorm we have been dodging most of the afternoon has finally hit.
Here's Mike Lezecki on third down, kicking into a rather stiff breeze all of a sudden. Marker is down. Drawhorn waiting for it near the 48, and he gets to the 50. Robert Samuels in on the tackle for Saskatchewan. 25-yard punt that time for Lezecki. A marker down. We'll sort things out when we get back to rainy Regina. Our CFL game of the week is all even with 2:50 to play in the opening quarter. Fans at Taylor Field in Regina getting a little damp here in the opening quarter. 2:50 to play, but other fans were damp before the rains came. How do you win a ticket to that hot tub?
I don't know. I can find out. That looks like fun. Not fun for them, though. They don't want to get wet. The ones in the hot tub, they don't care.
Ottawa beginning at the 37. 3-3. Last drive, 7 plays, 59 yards, resulted in a field goal. Reggie Barnes carries. There is a penalty marker down. It looks like it's going against Ottawa.
Holding, Ottawa number 69, first down repeated.
Gary Renko. So this will be 1st and 20, Ottawa. Back at the 27 now. Burgess on the run, near side, Stefan Jones. No catch. George Wynn, number 22, covering on Jones that time. Was a little upset.
I don't blame him either. I mean, that kicking net's far too close to the sidelines. Little one-on-one action. George Wynn, the rookie, against the veteran, and the rookie does a nice job staying right on the hip of Stefan Jones. And had he been able to catch that football, he still was out of bounds. George Wynn was in a huge battle in training camp with Albert Brown for a starting spot. They gave it to Albert Brown, but they said that really on a cover standpoint, there was no difference. George Wynn was as good. Albert Brown a better kick returner, so his versatility won him the starting job, but through injuries, George Wynn has worked his way into the lineup.
Saskatchewan with an extra defensive back in on 2nd and 10. Burgess lost it. Jurison looked to pause the play, and Saskatchewan indicating, at least Ty Jones indicating, the Western Riders have the football. 79, Gary Lewis coming up with a loose ball.
And that's what this limit on the edge style of defense is supposed to do. It's supposed to create turnovers. Bobby Jurison with the inside move on Renko, and he forces the fumble, and Gary Lewis, number 79, will finally come up with the recovery. So the Saskatchewan Roughriders get the first turnover of the ball game, and Gary Lewis with the fumble recovery gives their offense an excellent opportunity to break this tie ball game.
Lewis, a Western All-Star in 91, still somewhat unheralded in the Canadian Football League, but a big turnover for Saskatchewan there with 1:32 to play. 1st and 10, Kent Austin looks for the touchdown strike. Elgard. Hootie covering on Elgard. It was a mismatch that time.
They get a matchup. Ottawa will leave the middle of the field open when they are blitzing. Sean Foodie trying to cover Ray Elgart to the inside, and Daniel Hunter a little bit late getting there, and that is a very vulnerable defense in the middle. We talked to head coach Ron Smeltzer about it yesterday. He said, we don't care. We feel we have confidence in Sean Foodie that he can cover the third receiver. That time they get burned by it.
Dave Ridgway converting Saskatchewan's first touchdown. It's now 10-3.
This is what we were talking about. Here is Sean Foodie, the middle safety. He is going to be locked up on Ray Elgart. Dan Farthing and the wide receiver Narcisse out here. They run off now. Elgart will come down to the post. Hunter comes from the backside. He can't get there quick enough, but it's that middle area that's vulnerable. A veteran quarterback like Kent Austin reads it quickly. He said, hey, here's my chance for a home run. Elgart with a beautiful post pattern makes the catch. Lovely touchdown. They convert the turnover.
Saskatchewan kickoff. return. Good hit by 47, Kelly Trithard.
And this is what we talked about, the Saskatchewan Roughriders having to get off to a better start this week. They can't find themselves behind and expect to play catch-up every week, so they have done it. One play, they take advantage of the turnover. They have a 10-3 lead here in the first quarter, and obviously a much better start and a much happier Don Matthews with that result.
Saskatchewan fell behind in week 1, 21-0 to Edmonton, and 24-4 to Calgary, rather, and 24-4 to Edmonton the week after that. Barnes nailed. Penalty marker is down. Gerald Bayless at the center of the problem there.
Major foul on the face mask. Saskatchewan 79. First down.
It's Gary Lewis who grabbed the fumble moments ago.
Here you'll see it here. I think they mixed it up. It was Bayless that got the face masking, but Gary Lewis got singled out by the referee. Now that's not fair.
No, it's not.
Everybody in the park is mad at Lewis now. They should be mad at Bayless.
Gary are in the clear. This is Ottawa, 1st and 10 from the 54. Burgess away from some pressure, near side. Stefan Jones. And he was surrounded. There was nowhere to go after he picked up the first down. Benson Donaldson finally forcing him out.
And Tom Burgess's scrambling ability is so underrated. I mean, when you talk about scrambling quarterbacks, you think of Flutie and Barrett and Damon Allen. But look at this. I mean, hey, he is pretty nifty back there. Buys himself some time. Stefan Jones, a veteran receiver, works back to the quarterback, gets an open spot to be in, and hey, that is a good play.
20-yard gain. Burgess good on 4 of 7. Stefan Jones has been a favorite target. And his favorite runner is Reggie Barnes. Another marker down.
Holding. Ottawa number 69. First down repeated.
Second time for Carly Renko, the right tackle. And it starts to wear on an offense. It's very difficult to convert 1st and 20. Second time now they've had to do that.
Ottawa back now to the 47, 1st and 20. Another marker down as Barnes escapes. Reggie Barnes in a foot race and caught from behind by Glenn Suter near the 15.
It's going to come back.
Could be a procedure call against Ottawa.
Procedure. Ottawa, left guard. First down repeated.
Michelle Lammy in his first year as a starter in Ottawa. Could be the last play of the opening quarter. 1st and 25 Ottawa at the 52. Barnes gets the call again. Not quite the success he had on the previous play. James King making the tackle, and that'll wrap up quarter number 1 at Taylor Field in Regina, with Saskatchewan leading Ottawa 10-3. Welcome back to Taylor Field in Regina. Things are a little drier here at this particular point in time. Saskatchewan leading Ottawa 10-3 as we begin quarter number 2. Trips formation near side for Ottawa on 2nd and 18. The blitz is on as Burgess goes deep.
Burgess,
the intended receiver. Suter got over to cover on Climby with a little help from George Wynn. Numbers after the opening quarter pretty even in total yards and in net yardage as well. The turnover by Ottawa was the key factor that cost 7 points. And penalties got Ottawa in trouble late in the quarter, forcing a 1st and long and then 2nd and long situation, and now Terry Baker into punt. First punt, 46 yards for Baker. Jay Cox under it. At the 11. Markers are down, no yards against Ottawa. Ken Haley inside the area.
Holding. Saskatchewan number 8. No yards. Ottawa 24. First down Saskatchewan.
So they offset. A break.
Couple of penalties. Anthony getting called for Saskatchewan. Pleasure to talk to Ron Schmelzer about football. He's a very enthusiastic guy. Very excited about the start his Roughriders of Ottawa have in his first season. Fake by Austin. And he fires back to Lucius Floyd.
Austin's pass to Lucius Floyd.
Made the stop on Floyd. Interesting play developing there. 15 yards for Floyd.
It's a great look for the end zone here. Watch Lucius Floyd. He will set up in here. They all set the pass block and then the screen, and away you go. It's an interesting look from the end zone. There's Floyd. A fake actually to Jaycox. Quick screen. There it is. Get the blockers in front. Hendrickson, Gioscas. Not a bad play.
Pitch to Jaycox. And a big hit.
Carries 85, Willis Jaycox.
Steuben, number 45, on Jaycox. Second quarter just underway with Saskatchewan leading Ottawa 10-3.
Lucius Floyd throws a nice block on the outside. Patrick Wayne. There he kicks him out. Gioscas up the field, and Willis Jaycox being used very effectively as a running back tonight. And Saskatchewan gets some breathing room.
Austin, Narcisse near side.
Pass complete to 80, Narcisse.
Charles Wright, number 39. 7-yard gain.
But Ken Austin really mixing up the plays nicely, though. How about this? He's got a screen, an off tackle, and now the quick hitch to Narcisse. I mean, 3 different looks, 3 different styles, and well, you get a defense a bit on its heels right now, and that's the way Ottawa's playing.
2nd and 3. Saskatchewan at the 51. Lucius Floyd will have the first down, I believe. He's out near midfield. Kropke made the stop, number 73. They talk about the lack of a running game in Saskatchewan. Ken Austin has used all his receivers very effectively tonight. Austin near side. Narcisse again. And in front of Wright, that appears to be another Saskatchewan first down.
And they have decided that they can run the intermediate routes with Narcisse very effectively, and he hasn't been the biggest part of the pass offense. It's been what we like to call the prairie triangle that's really carried the Roughriders so far. The 2 inside slot backs, and of course Lucius Floyd coming out of the backfield. Unfortunately, Fairholm out of the game with the hamstring. He's replaced by Farthing. But that has been their bread and butter, that triangle.
Blitz on. Jaycox turned a little bit late on 1st and 10 as Hunter moved up and was right on top of him. 5th meeting between the former Saskatchewan quarterbacking tandem of Ken Austin and Tom Burgess, and the series is even at 2-2. They were teammates in the Saskatchewan Grey Cup victory in 1989. Austin good on 11 of 14, 125 yards so far. Now from the shotgun for Elgard. That drives a penalty. Hunter was all over him. Number 27.
Boy, up front they do a nice job protecting for Austin, and there you see Elgard to the inside, the swim move, and no question about that. Daniel Hunter just had him grabbed and pushed and shoved, and so he will get called for the interference. The Roughriders keep their drive going, a very impressive drive.
That sets Saskatchewan up at the 30. Jaycox takes the pitch.
Willis Jaycox with the ball.
Hunter was there, so was Brian Bonner.
You know, in talking with the Saskatchewan offensive linemen, they were really worrying about playing against this 3-4 defense this week and how they would pass protect and run block for it. But so far in the first half, Austin has had all kinds of time to throw the football, and they've done much better than average job blocking for the run. Their running backs have had some nice holes to run through. So up front, the big horse is doing an excellent job for Saskatchewan.
Nice drive going, 8 yards on the last play, 2nd and 2. This is Lucius Floyd inside. Caught from behind. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Floyd, the ball carrier, stopped by Donnie Bonner.
I think that'll be a first down.
Yeah, it's first down.
Hey, let's times can you put long drives together against a style of defense such as Ottawa plays, but boy, a long opening drive of 14 plays for a field goal for Saskatchewan, and now they put a big play series again together. They are really, really moving the ball nicely.
From the 20, first down, Austin to the end zone, Narcisse, touchdown! A 20-yard touchdown to Don Narcisse. Marker down back behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding, Saskatchewan number 26. First down repeated.
David Pitcher, who's in replacing Milson Jones at the fullback spot, gets caught for the holding, and so it was a spectacular catch by Donald Narcisse on Charles Wright. Will be nullified. It's worth having a look at, though. He turns his body in the air, great body position, and makes a lovely catch. Unfortunately, it does not count.
It'll be 1st and 20 for Saskatchewan, leading 10-3. Trips formation, far side. Austin on the bootleg. Close to 7 yards. 2nd and 13, Saskatchewan. At the Ottawa 23. Shotgun. Austin has it picked up. Jaycox was the intended receiver. And Les Brown has his 4th interception of the season.
Brown has been a huge addition to that secondary for Ottawa. Here he is lined up out here. Here is Willis Jaycox here. Now, this is Les's 4th interception of the season. I'm going to show you how it occurs. Jaycox a little bit lazy in his pattern. He rounds that hook off. Okay, let it roll a little bit. I'm going to see how this occurs. Watch Les Brown. He is looking into the backfield. Now, stop it right here. You see the hook? He flattens the hook off instead of coming back this way. So any separation he had, he's lost. Les Brown just steps in front, reads the hook, reads the quarterback, comes up with his 64th career interception, only 2 behind Larry Heiboff for the all-time lead now. But you know what? Great reading by a corner, lousy pattern by the wide receiver. Not bad, Les. That's a good job.
1st and 10, Ottawa, beginning at the 11. Burgess out of the cover for Conrad, and Conrad stumbles. Gain of 2.
Boy, the little things that sometimes prevent big plays from occurring. That time the screen was set up so nicely to Conrad, but the throw, which should be such an easy throw to complete, it was completed, but it made Conrad stumble, and by that time Saskatchewan defense was able to recover. But had that throw been on target and nice and fluid, they had a great looking screen set up.
Second down, and Burgess looks deep. Tramel Taylor, number 80, was the intended receiver, and Burgess slightly off the mark.
Boy, sometimes fullbacks are called upon to block big defensive ends. Look at the job David Conrad does on Bobby Jurison. I mean, that is a great pass blocking job. A little bit of a hook at the end, but boy, sure gave Tom Burgess enough time to try and complete that pass. Nice guy, Dave Conrad. Played here in Saskatchewan for some years.
I think he was here about 4 seasons before joining Ottawa. Terry Baker averaging 40 yards on the night on his own goal line and across the 5 to get this one high for Jaycox. Standing near midfield. Another marker down, and Jaycox was surrounded. Sean Foodie making the tackle on Willis Jaycox. 3-yard return after a 37-yard kick by Terry Baker. Timeout on the field. 7:54 till halftime. Saskatchewan leading Ottawa by a touchdown. It's 10-3. Saskatchewan set up at the Ottawa 38. Austin looking for a receiver, finds Narcisse, who came back to the ball and made the catch in front of Hunter. 12-yard gain.
6th catch of the night for Don Narcisse. He's having a tremendous first half.
Ottawa penalties have been a factor. There have been 9 for 90 yards. First down, Saskatchewan. Ottawa 26. 3 receivers, far side of the field. Lucius Floyd gets the call. Glenn Kulka, number 68, had him in his sights.
The outside, Greg Stuman coming on the pass rush. Now he doesn't get blocked, but he really takes himself out of the play, and they're running a trap up inside. And Glenn Kulka, who was playing the nose, just got rid of the center, Mike Anderson, and did a nice job.
Saskatchewan's Kent Austin good on 12 of 16 for 137 yards. This is 2nd and 10. And Floyd was the intended receiver.
And usually that's a good matchup with Lucius Floyd against a linebacker, and Patrick Wayne was the linebacker that time, but Patrick Wayne has really blossomed into a linebacker that can come equally as well on the blitz and go back in man-to-man coverage. He was all over Lucius Floyd that time, and he has made 3 key plays so far in this first half. A knockdown to force Saskatchewan to a field goal early, another knockdown on a 2nd down situation deep in his own territory, and now another good play.
Ridgway from 33, right on the money. Ridgway is 2 for 2. And Saskatchewan adds to the lead. It's a 10-point differential now. 4 plays, 12 yards for the field goal. Had a good start tonight, but he has tailed off a little bit. Got down to a 50% passing completion mark.
I think part of the problem, too, is his offense just hasn't had the ball. I mean, Saskatchewan has controlled ball possession, time on the clock so much in the first half.
This is Ken Haley. And the newcomer, Ray Bernard, made the tackle. New quarterback for Ottawa. This is Scott Campbell. First and 10 from the 33. Barnes was nailed. Gerald Bayless, number 98, coming through for Saskatchewan.
Slips the block. He is right over the center, Herb Damon. Look how quickly he swims by Damon. Damon's head drops. Bayless gets into the backfield, and Reggie Barnes is dead. Let's talk about Scott Campbell for a minute. This is not because Tom Burgess is not playing well. This is because Ron Smeltzer says my backup quarterback is going to play in every game. We have to give him some playing time in case we ever need him for real.
And he said he'd try and get him some playing time in the 2nd quarter, which is what he's done. Campbell completes. Al Taylor, number 80.
Scott Campbell did a nice job to step tall into that pocket and pick out a receiver and deliver a strike.
Burgess will be back. Campbell out of Purdue, a rookie with the Roughriders, but he's had some NFL experience.
Had some good seasons with the Atlanta Falcons. In fact, led them to a victory one year over the Washington Redskins, who were the Super Bowl champs.
Campbell got a good gain in the last play at his first down at the 46. This is Barnes. Stopped initially. Campbell got out and tried to throw a block. Parker goes down. Out of bounds.
Major foul, unnecessary roughness, 41 Saskatchewan, first down Ottawa.
Watch this, Scott Campbell, top right of your picture. He actually tries to block Tyrone Jones. See, he's new to the league.
Yeah, he's
Tyrone alone. Don't do that.
First and 10 Ottawa, Saskatchewan 38. Scott Campbell at the controls for the moment. He's got a pretty good Ottawa drive going. Barnes nailed behind the line. Bobby Jurison, 71, leading the Saskatchewan tacklers. Gerald Bayless is there as well. Loss of 2. On 2nd and 12. The full blitz was on. Campbell got away. Fired into the turf for Stephon Jones.
And he took a nice solid hit from Bobby Jurison just as he released that football. This is a good matchup for Bobby Jurison. Conrad did a nice job on him earlier and actually does a good job on him there. I mean, that's all you can ask of a fullback. He blocked Bobby Jurison long enough. Anything longer than that, then, you know, the quarterback is on his own.
A 47-yard field goal try. Baker has been perfect so far. His first from 30 yards away. Wide to the left. Jaycox on the return. Saskatchewan. There's a lane open down the right side. The quarterback over the force. Jaycox out. He's a gutsy guy, Scott Campbell. 68-yard return and a wide field goal. And the last man back, the quarterback, Scott Campbell, forced Jaycox out.
That's what happens on a long field goal that's missed. You're very vulnerable. You just do not have the coverage like you normally would on a kickoff or a punt, and the coverage team is down there, not in time, and a little seam opens up. You see Patrick Wayne is blocked to the outside, and then Scott Campbell actually makes a great play to fight off the block of George Wynn here. Watch how he stays on his feet and then finally gets the angle to force Jaycox out. That is a touchdown saving play by Scott Campbell. Watch this. He plays just like a defensive back. He's throwing, he's blocking, now he's making tackles.
Saskatchewan first down at the Ottawa 42. Good fake by Austin. It doesn't fool everyone, though, as Austin has to scramble for his life. Fired for Jaycox. It was into the turf, and Austin barely got it away.
He wanted to set a screen up, but the Ottawa defense read it so quickly that Austin really had no place to throw it. They want to get it to Jaycox, but he has fallen down, and by the time he gets up, Ken Austin has Glenn Koka breathing down his neck and no time to set it up. He did the best possible thing, ground it and avoid the sack.
Austin good on 12 of 18 for 137 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception so far. This is 2nd and 10. Elgard was open. Penalty marker down. Saskatchewan backfield.
Major foul, roughing the passer. Ottawa 6-9. First down, Saskatchewan.
I believe that was Glenn Kulka, not number 69, number 68 Kulka, roughing the passer on Austin. Saskatchewan, as a result, first down at the Ottawa 27. Early movement from the Ottawa side.
Offside, Ottawa number 92, still first down.
Dexter Manley. Saskatchewan, 3 receivers, far side of the field. On 1st and 5, the pitch to Jaycox. Got away from one. Patrick Wayne got over to make the tackle. They'll mark it a 9-yard gain for Willis Jaycox.
It's pretty interesting. The Saskatchewan Roughriders, 4 receivers out here, all going downfield. Here is Jaycox. Roger Aldag will pull around the corner. And, of course, just when you're thinking pass with that kind of formation, Ken Austin runs the football. I mean, that's an interesting look. They have not shown that before this year. And actually, Ottawa adjusted pretty quickly to it. But just one more look that the Saskatchewan offense likes to give during a game.
Ottawa head coach Ron Smeltzer unbeaten so far. But he's had his hands full in Saskatchewan.
And that's Dave Ritchie. Of course, we talked about him in the opening. He is the defensive coordinator and defensive back coach with the Ottawa Roughriders, and he was so successful the last couple of seasons with Winnipeg and their tremendous defenses.
1st and 10, Austin. Misfired that time. Almost the 2nd interception Austin had given up tonight. And it was right in Les Brown's territory.
Well, Narcisse stopped, and it looked like Les Brown said, hey, I know what you're going to run. I'm going to beat you. I know the pattern. I'm going to beat you to the spot.
From the shotgun. End zone toss. A miracle catch. Dan Farthing. Made a great move. 17-yard touchdown. Austin to Farthing. No flags anywhere. This one will stand.
The #1 draft choice last year from the University of Saskatchewan, Dan Farthing. What a spectacular catch he makes against Anthony Drawhorn. Wow. That is some catch. You know, it is so tough for a defensive back to turn his head in the bump and run style coverage and locate the football. Of course, the receiver sees it all the way. Farthing adjusted to it and made a circus catch.
And Farthing, that's his first touchdown this season. He had one last year, the drive. Rather impressive for Ken Austin. Finished off with a toss to Dan Farthing. It's 20-3, Saskatchewan.
Whoa, it's a pretty dangerous spike.
Ken Haley returning for Ottawa. He's out across the 30 to about the 34. A couple of former teammates at the University of Saskatchewan, 42 yards in 6 plays, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders did it quickly in less than a minute. 17-yard pass to Dan Farthing. Farthing's touchdown catch last year was also against the Ottawa Roughriders.
Where they've been so impressive is the fact that they've been able to put long drives together, a series of plays, and that teams just haven't been able to do that against Ottawa this year.
Scott Campbell remains the Ottawa quarterback. Reggie Barnes ran into Jurison second, but he ran into Robert Barnes first.
Ideally, head coach Ron Smeltzer would like to give his backup quarterback of the week, either Scott Campbell or Terrence Jones, about 20 plays. And ideally that would occur in the second quarter, as it is tonight. I find, you know, in theory it's good. For a Tom Burgess, I don't like it, because he can get cold and has to sit out. But that's the head coach's decision, and that's what he's going to go with.
On 2nd and 9, 6 defensive backs in for Saskatchewan. Stefan Jones, the intended receiver, and Campbell almost made the contact.
And Stefan Jones, I think he should have had this one. Watch the post here. Good pattern on Albert Brown. Gets him turned around initially. Now he's home free to the inside. Well, it would have been a great catch. Scott Campbell, I'm sure, would like to have that one over again. His team is struggling, and you have to try and do something to get yourself back into the ball game, and that certainly would have been a big play, and well on the way to getting them into this game.
That brings Terry Baker in, standing near his 20 with 1:45 to go till halftime. Saskatchewan leading Ottawa 20-3. Good kick by Baker. Jaycox back near his 25. Face masking call near the 35.
Major foul on the face mask. Ottawa number 43. First down, Saskatchewan.
Penalties very costly to Ottawa.
Well, they have been, no question. There's Gord Weber, reserve linebacker, and as Jaycox cuts underneath him, the hand goes out. Plain as day. A lot of yardage being racked up in penalties by Ottawa tonight.
From the 50, 1st and 10, Saskatchewan, and Elgard was the intended receiver. 2 Roughriders had a shot at picking it off before it hit the ground. 2 Ottawa Roughriders. Couple of touchdowns, 1 interception for Ken Austin so far. 1:29 till halftime. 20-3. Saskatchewan leading Ottawa. Shotgun on 2nd and 10. Austin. Narcisse, the intended receiver. Charles Wright, number 39, was covering.
3rd and 10 at the 50.
Great possession receiver Don Narcisse. He has at least 1 catch in every game he has played for Saskatchewan. And this is his 75th game tonight. He's got a few more this evening. Mike Lezecki on 3rd down, a big charge, but he got it away. Taylor fell down. It bounced to another Ottawa returner. Ken Haley, number 24. 10-yard return. It could have been a little costly for Ottawa, but there are markers down.
24 Saskatchewan. 5-yard bounce back rule. Decline. First down Ottawa.
There's a minute and 13 seconds remaining in the second half here. Ottawa down by 17, and I really think imperative they have to go into the locker room on a positive note. They've got good field position after that penalty to start this drive. There you see the time. So I think they have to try and get something going. Burgess is back in the ball game.
Far side, Burgess for Conrad. Gain about 4 yards.
Tom Burgess has had some time now to sit on the sidelines and watch his team operate, watch the defense on the field, talk to the coaches upstairs, and I'm sure he has come in with some specific things in mind that he would like to do, and there's plenty of time left. But really, they have had a pretty dull first half offensively, and it's time to gear it up.
Opening drive was impressive, but it only netted a field goal. Second and 6, Burgess. One hopped it. Bob Gordon, number 86, in his second year out of Nebraska at Omaha. Another marker down. Baker lifts a high kick for Jaycox. He's back at the 9. Steps out.
Check the measurement. You're going to need 1 yard. It's 4. You're going to need 1 yard. Take a measurement. There's Bruce Boyko, number 15, who jumps offside. Now this will set up an interesting situation for Ottawa. They will be about a yard and a half short. And
yeah, looking at 3rd and 6 prior to this call.
Well, with Reggie Barnes, I'd take a shot at this one.
Offside, Saskatchewan 15, decline.
Saskatchewan 1st and 10. Austin, a fake, and fires to Lucius Floyd. He's short of the first down. Stopped by Bonner out near the 20. I don't think Ron Smeltzer is the first coach to say that.
You know, I think they're going to end up with a team. They're going to end up with a team very similar to some Winnipeg teams we have seen over the last few years, where the defense dictates the games and the offense does just enough to win some of them, but it's your defense that's going to put you in 1st or 2nd place, and I think that's exactly what we're going to see from Ottawa this year.
It's 39% allowed by the Ottawa Roughriders through the first 2 games, but Kent Austin has found a way to pick this defense apart. 39-yard kick, 5-yard return.
Stop was made by 74 Rasevich on Taylor.
23 seconds for Tom Burgess.
1st and 10.
Till halftime. Right at midfield. Burgess to his right, throwing on the run. Stephon Jones. Coverage by George Wynn, and another marker down. Saskatchewan leading 20-3 as we head to halftime.
Well, if my lip reading is any good tonight, that was number 25, Dave Conrad, that got called for that one. Stephon Jones, a little stop and start, but George Wynn does not bite at all. Stephon Jones did that really effectively against Ed Berry in the opener against Toronto, but there George Wynn said, you're not going to fool me, and great coverage.
1st and 20. Ottawa back at the 45. Barnes gets the call. It's almost half of what he needs. Penalty's a major problem for Ottawa. 13 so far for 135 yards. And that's too many and a half of football.
Well, a couple of holding penalties really hurt them. You know, it just kills the flow of your offense. I mean, 1st and 20 is really tough. I mean, how many times can you convert that? Not too often.
2nd and 12. Jones makes the catch. In front of Samuels. And with 5 seconds to go, that'll be an Ottawa 1st down.
And it would be a 46-yard field goal if they chose to kick one right now. There's 5 seconds remaining on the clock. Another coaching decision you have to make. You try to squeeze one more in, and it looks as though they're going to.
Have to hurry. Unofficially 5 seconds till the half. Ottawa at the 40, 1st down. Out battered. Jones makes the catch.
Can't do it any better than that. Catch the ball, 1 second left on the clock, and you pick up another 6 yards. Quick out. You know, I'm surprised Saskatchewan defense doesn't figure that one out either. You know, they have to be thinking, hey, they want a few more yards to give Terry Baker a better situation, but they lay off Stephon Jones. He picks up another 6, so instead of a 46-yarder, it's now a 40-yarder for Terry Baker.
Stephon Jones, 5 receptions, 89 yards. Terry Baker on the final play of the opening half from 40 yards out. He missed his last try. No mistake this time.
And that is positive for the Ottawa Roughriders. They have not had a great deal to feel good about in the first half, but with 23 seconds left, Tom Burgess did enough things right that they got a field goal, and they're back into this game.
Saskatchewan leading 20-6 at the half. Stay with us for our halftime intermission, including a sports update from Toronto. Saskatchewan leading in virtually every category, and on the scoreboard as Kent Austin has fired touchdown tosses to Elgard and Farthing for the Saskatchewan Roughrider lead. Live from Taylor Field, the first offensive play of the second half as Burgess hands off to Lucius Floyd. Should say Austin. Floyd
Down by 73.
gained less than a yard. John Kropke made the tackle.
It's a great way to watch a game, isn't it? I gotta try that sometime.
Just about perfect. You've got the tub.
Well, I got the tub outside. I love it.
Second and long. Austin. Narcisse. And that'll be a Saskatchewan first
Pass is
down.
caught by Don Narcisse, number 80.
11 yards for Don Narcisse, the quarterback comparison. Burgess 8 of 15, 104 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Austin has 2 touchdowns and 162 yards passing for Saskatchewan. 1 interception. Saskatchewan from the 44. Jaycox takes the pitch. Good speed. There was a marker down, and Jaycox heads for the end zone. Stopped at the 22 by Charles Wright.
It's coming back. There are flags all over.
And you know that one's coming back. As soon as he left the line of scrimmage, the flags were flying from everywhere. And unfortunately, a long, beautiful run by Jaycox will come back. A touchdown to Narcisse came back.
Saskatchewan 62. First down repeated.
46-yard gain is wiped out.
Vic Stevenson. Vic Stevenson, the right tackle, gets called for moving too early, and what would have been a tremendous run, good block there on Brian Bonner, allows Jaycox to sprint free, but it will all come back. So penalties hurt Ottawa in the first half. They had a lot of them, but a couple of big penalties really hurt Saskatchewan there. They lost a touchdown and now a tremendous run.
On first and 15, Austin gets some pressure. Near side, Don Narcisse on his knees makes the catch. He'll have a first down. Stillman forcing him out. 16 yards the game. Saskatchewan needed 15.
It is first down. First and 10 Saskatchewan, the Ottawa 50-40 line.
8th catch for Don Narcisse. He has 89 yards already. Across midfield. From the shotgun. Elgard takes it under the coverage and loses at least 5.
Austin to Elgard.
John Kropke read it well.
Tagged by 73, John Kropke. Loss of 4. It's second and 14.
Second and 14. Austin good on 17 of 27. Saskatchewan back at the 52. Austin near side. The blitz was on Narcisse. The turn of the pass was behind him.
It's a timing pattern that Narcisse goes down for the necessary yardage, turns around, and the ball should be right there. And Charles Wright was sitting right on the inside hip. Austin complained that Wright was holding him, but I thought Charles Wright had excellent position, and there was no way that that ball could be completed.
Mike Lozecki is in for Saskatchewan. Average is not sparkling so far tonight. A little bit of a breeze behind Lozecki in the third quarter. Had trouble making the catch, stumbled out to the 25. 35-yard punt for Lozecki that time. Anthony leading the Saskatchewan tacklers.
You know, you look at the Ottawa Roughrider first half and how they functioned offensively. They had 9 possessions. Now, out of those 9, they punted the ball 5 times. They missed a field goal and they had a fumble. They had 2 field goals. So only 2 out of 9 possessions were they successful in generating anything. And Tom Burgess is really going to have to pick up that level in the second half because he's playing against the Saskatchewan defense. He's playing a lot better tonight than they did in the first 2 games.
See what Burgess can do on first down at the 25. Not much. Gary Lewis. First sack of the season for Gary Lewis. He was all over Burgess.
You see Lewis at the left of your screen absolutely beats Michel Lamy quickly with a little bit of footwork, and to the outside Lamy got caught flat-footed himself, and Tom Burgess was a sitting duck back there for Gary Lewis. 4th all-time rider in sack patrol.
Loss is 7. Ottawa back to the 19. Big charges on Burgess far side and overthrew Jock Climby, number 81. With George Wynn covering on Climby.
17.
So again, the Ottawa offense sputters and Baker comes in. No one deep for Saskatchewan.
12-man rush.
Baker at his 5. Here they come. Saskatchewan can't pull off the block. Jaycox is back. Baker comes up and recovers the ball. The punter gets a 48-yard kick away and then recovers his own kick. 12-man rush by Saskatchewan.
There's no infraction in the play. Number 10 Ottawa is a punter, legally recovered. First down Ottawa.
An interesting play. Jaycox is up on the line of scrimmage as the 12th man. Now he tries to drop back, but nobody picked up Terry Baker. Obviously they're going for the block. There's no question about that, but he runs all the way down the field and has the extreme presence of mind to recover his own kick. What a play. I mean, Saskatchewan's counting on the block and they get a big play against them.
It works into a 48-yard first down for Ottawa. Burgess, sideline pass. Ramel Taylor, number 80, was the intended receiver. So Baker got the kick away.
Well, here's what Saskatchewan did. You know, they put 12 men up on the line of scrimmage and they went for it, but kind of backfired.
2nd and 10. Ottawa inside the 45. Big rush on Burgess. He's down. Tyrone Jones got through, number 35, his first sack as a Rough Rider.
Hard to believe it would take 3 games for Tyrone Jones to get his first sack of the season, but they come with all kinds of pressure. Tyrone Jones moving all over the field, and a hole is created up the middle. David Conrad has a choice. Who do I take, Jurison or Jones? He takes Jurison. Jones gets the sack.
So Terry Baker is in to kick again this time. Jaycox stands at the Saskatchewan 10 to accept the 3rd down punt.
Baker's punt again, and that's Jaycox again.
6-yard return for Jaycox, a 43-yard punt. And an interesting turn of events, but no score so far. Third quarter. Saskatchewan still in front by 14.
Well, here's what happened. They brought Willis Jaycox up on the line of scrimmage. Now he will make contact and go back for that kick. But Bayless is the guy that's going to come up, and he gets great pressure on the kicker, Terry Baker. But what he does is he kicks the ball, and he's able to get his way all the way down the field, and he makes the recovery. Now that's how they lined up. We're going to show you exactly what occurred. There's Bayless. He comes in. He's the guy on Sean Foodie there who gets closest to making the kick. But, hey, somebody was supposed to be assigned to Terry Baker to make sure he didn't get downfield. He got downfield and made a great recovery.
Saskatchewan. First down, Don Narcisse from Kent Austin. 13 yards the game. Narcisse has had a big night.
He's had a big night in that ball control 12 to 15-yard area, running the hooks and the outs, and occasionally he has gone deep on Charles Wright, but for the most part, he has owned him in those underneath routes.
9 receptions, 102 yards for number 80, Don Narcisse. Willis Jaycox takes the pitch, cuts back inside. Stillman made the tackle.
Major foul on the face mask. Ottawa number 15. First down, Saskatchewan.
Les Brown. Saskatchewan first down at the 46. Lucius Floyd on a slight delay.
Lucius Floyd.
John Kropke.
Accompanied by 73, John Kropke.
8:29 left in the third quarter.
Gain of 3 at second and 7.
Ottawa unbeaten in 2, Saskatchewan winless in 2. And it's been a pretty good night for Kent Austin so far.
Yeah, he's 18 of 29. That's about right on his 62% average for the year.
From the shotgun on 2nd and 7. Austin with time. Narcisse.
Pass intended for Narcisse.
Charles Wright covering out Narcisse that time. It'll be third down, Saskatchewan.
Well, they're doing a nice job protecting for Austin for the most part, but Charles Wright with a super play to get the right hand up in there and knock it away from Narcisse. He's been kind of victimized tonight a lot on those hooks and outs, but that time he sat his ground and came up and made a great play. And they need some big plays on defense too. The offense is just flat as a pancake here. They trail by 14. I mean, it's not a tough way to get back into this game, but maybe the defense is going to have to get a turnover or do something dramatic.
Mike Lozecki across his 35 to get this one away. Taylor. Near side. Back from behind. Kelly Trithard making the tackle on Camel Taylor. Right on the sidelines. 7:41 to go, third quarter. Saskatchewan in front, 20-6 on our CFL game of the week.
Have a look at some special teams play here. There's number 91, Angelo Snipes, working on David Pitcher. And hey, is this legal? I mean, I don't.
Well, he's not using his hands.
No. New technique being invented tonight on the punt. Blocking by Angelo Snipes.
Saskatchewan with 10 in the first quarter, 10 in the second. No scoring so far in the third quarter. Ottawa first down at the 27. Reggie Barnes looks to the outside. Topped by Tyrone Jones.
It's a tall assignment to ask your fullback to block Tyrone Jones, but David Conrad, for the most part, does a pretty good job of avoiding penetration by Jones. Jones will make the play, but nevertheless, Reggie Barnes able to pick up 6 yards on the play. I thought David Conrad did a nice job blocking on Jones.
Gain is 6, 2nd and 4 Ottawa. Now at the 38. Burgess may take off, now decides to throw. Taylor makes the catch. Tramel Taylor, number 80.
Well, sometimes you go to the play action. It slows the pass rush down just enough that Burgess can get to the outside. And what a catch by Tramel Taylor. You know, I talked to Tom Burgess about his young slot backs, Bobby Gordon and Tramel Taylor, and he said, they are young. They're going to make the odd mistake, but he said, I think they both have the potential to be real stars in this league, and that was a fabulous catch.
Good for a first down. Ottawa from the 50. Barnes again finds a hole this time, and that'll be another first down. Jurison catching Barnes from behind. The gain is 11.
And now he's got the style of offense going to try and keep that front four neutralized. The play action on the play before, now the same type of action, but they hand off to Reggie Barnes. Rob Smith, the left tackle, comes across and gets a nice block on Tyrone Jones. A big hole opens up for Reggie Barnes, and now the Ottawa Roughriders have finally got something going.
10th carry for Barnes. He has 43 yards so far. And another Ottawa first down at the 50. Burgess on the move, and Taylor has his second straight catch.
Play action again to neutralize that pass rush that is becoming more fierce for Saskatchewan. The fake to Reggie Barnes, bootleg to the outside. Now Tom Burgess has great vision downfield to pick out a receiver. He's able to find Tramel Taylor once again, who goes high in the air, and you know, all of a sudden they've changed their style of offense, and it's caught the Saskatchewan defense slightly off guard.
Ottawa now at the Saskatchewan 37. Barnes again. This time he's caught. Rasevich, number 74. Couple of sacks for Rasevich on the season. A good play there.
Well, you have to hold your blocks on that delay counter so long, and that time Rasevich was able to sneak in between Rob Smith and Michel Lamy, the left tackle and left guard, and make the play.
Barnes now over 3,000 yards in his CFL career.
This is a big play for Ottawa, second and long. They've had a nice drive put together, but they'd really like to convert this one and keep it going.
Blitz is on. Burgess. Ellingson couldn't make the catch. Charles Anthony was covering on Ellingson. Penalty marker back in the Ottawa backfield. Burgess took a hit.
I think this is about the first break Ottawa's going to get tonight, and they're going to get a rough play call and keep it going.
Roughing the passer, Saskatchewan number 79, first down Ottawa.
Second time that Lewis has been mentioned for a penalty tonight. The first time I don't believe was his fault. Wrong number was called earlier, but they got Lewis that time. First and 10 Ottawa, Saskatchewan 23. Burgess looks to the end zone. Ellingson, touchdown Ottawa. Ellingson in front of Albert Brown. 22-yard touchdown strike as Burgess gets Ottawa's first major of the night with a touchdown toss. James Ellingson.
Well, this is a beautifully designed play. Here's Ellingson. He's going to go right down the seam, and look at Suter go this way. The coverage isn't there, but it's the fake. The play action fake freezes everybody. But watch Ellingson. He'll go right down the seam. Suter goes to the wide side of the field. There is no help. Ellingson finds the seam. Burgess reads it. So with that penalty on roughing the passer, it kept the drive going, and they finally convert their first touchdown of the night, and we have ourselves a football game.
Hi, Kathy, that one's for you, sweetheart.
Boy, he made the big catch at the end of the game to put their opener into overtime against Toronto.
Baker makes the converts, and it's a one touchdown difference. 20-13 Saskatchewan leading Ottawa.
Yeah, Ron Smeltzer's happy. He said, hey, my guy did it. James Ellingson is the perfect guy to have as a fifth receiver in your offense. He's a very, very smart receiver. He knows how to get into the openings. He read the zone so quickly. He said, hey, I got a freebie here. They've left the seam open down the field. If my quarterback can find me, and Tom Burgess, you see his reaction. He found him. This may be the play that got them back in and took them to victory. Who knows?
Lucius Floyd ready to return for Saskatchewan. Out across the 35 and met at the 36. An impressive Ottawa scoring drive. 78 yards, 9 plays in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and Ellingson makes the touchdown reception.
And it's the 9 plays that's really the key. They had not been able to put anything together on their previous possessions tonight, but 9 plays is an extremely efficient drive. Got a little help from the penalty to Gary Lewis, but they were able to take advantage and convert that.
Let's see what Kent Austin can do to counter. Saskatchewan first down at the 36. Lucius Floyd gets the call.
Floyd, the ball carrier.
He's out near the 40. It'll be a 4-yard gain.
So every game has a series of plays that maybe decide the outcome of a game. Ottawa has scored. Now, obviously, Saskatchewan is going to try and recapture some of that momentum they have lost. And the Ottawa defense, they know the urgency of this series as well. They would love to get Saskatchewan out quickly and get the ball back for their offense, which has improved.
Austin hit as he tried to throw. Nailed by Sean Foodie on the safety blitz.
How about that? Sean Foodie found a gap, came on the safety blitz, and absolutely rocked Kent Austin. So the element of surprise with the Ottawa defense there. You'll see Foodie come into your screen right up the gut. Nobody there to pick him up. And the Ottawa defense did what they wanted to. Get 2 and out, get that ball back for the offense, which had just scored.
Clearly Austin was in the throwing motion. The ball actually ended up out of bounds. Lozecki is in. And Saskatchewan has punted on its last 3 possessions without gaining any yardage, or at least any substantial yardage. Drawhorn. And Jones wrestles him down for a loss on the return. Tyrone Jones celebrates a big tackle. The Ottawa Roughriders are right back in this, trailing by a touchdown. 2:56 to play, 3rd quarter. Unquestionably the best first half the Saskatchewan Roughriders have played this season, but they've let Ottawa creep within a touchdown. 3 Saskatchewan drives have stalled, and let's see what Burgess can do with the Roughriders. 1st and 10, Ottawa at the 32. Reggie Barnes gets the call. Jones was there to make the tackle. Saskatchewan made a slight change in their configuration as far as linebackers are concerned, with Jones, King, and Rasevich moving all over the place as far as positioning in this one tonight. Their separation put Milson Jones out of action. He's watching from the sidelines. The injury last week. That puts David Pitcher into a starting assignment with Saskatchewan. Ottawa now 2nd down. Barnes tries to get away, but not from Jurison that time. Penalty marker down. A lot of flags tonight.
Penalty marker on the play.
The draw play to Reggie Barnes. Tyrone Jones over pursues the play, but Bobby Jurison is there to take over for him. The only problem was he grabbed the face mask. The officials saw a lot of face mask penalties tonight, and you know where Ottawa would have been in a hole having to punt. A penalty once again gives them a first down as it did on the last drive.
On the face mask, Saskatchewan 71, first down Ottawa.
We talked to John about how penalties killed Ottawa in the first half. Any momentum they had, it was really seeming to mount up against Saskatchewan here in the second half.
This will give Ottawa a first down. As you say, the drive continues with 2:04 to play, 3rd quarter. Ottawa at the 49. Jurison coming. Burgess got it away for Conrad. There was nowhere to go. James King was right with Conrad as he made the catch.
Bobby Jurison once again on David Conrad. He goes right around him and gets the pressure on Tommy Burgess. Now Conrad's done a pretty good job most of the time tonight, but that is not a matchup that he is going to win. Bobby Jurison will win that most times, and he got the pressure.
6 deep backs in for Saskatchewan on 2nd and long, Ottawa. Bob Gordon was the intended receiver, but Burgess was off target.
The You know, you talk about an attacking style of defense, and right off you think about sacks and interceptions and all those things. But what it is a defense that the main thing is you want to put pressure on a quarterback. They were able to do that to Burgess on the last play. He had no time to really set up and throw the football. Consequently, incomplete pass. The punter comes in. But the attack defense, I mean, if you get pressure, that's all you really can ask for.
Baker. Willis Jaycox accepting. Here the 29. $12 yards on the return for Jaycox. And Saskatchewan will be set up with good field position near the 40.
All night long.
James King having a better night?
Much better. Different style of offense he's seeing, though. Ottawa doesn't use the multiple sets. They're pretty basic, just double slots, double wide receivers.
Saskatchewan, 3 receivers far side. Austin looks that way, and now back to the near sidelines. On the run, Austin looked for Ray Elgard, and Elgard drew a crowd, including Sean Foodie. Foodie in his first season as a starting safety, track athlete, actually has exceeded all expectations. A graduate of York in his 4th year in the CFL. From the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Saskatchewan at the 42. Batted down. Kropke. John Kropke, number 73.
That's about the 4th ball tonight that the Ottawa defense has been able to knock down. And of course, I mean, it's the old adage. If you can't get the pressure, can't get the sack, I mean, do the next best thing. Get your hands up and either block the vision of the quarterback or get just what John Kropke was able to do, the knockdown. Very frustrating for quarterback, too. You know, he had the receiver open, and all of a sudden Kropke's hand comes up and knocks it away. Patrick Wayne's had a couple of those knockdowns tonight.
Saskatchewan punting again. All 4 drives in the second half have ended rather quickly for the Roughriders. Mike Lasecki. Good kick. Drawhorn back. Chased back to his 15. Looking for some room to the far side and chased down. Caught from behind by the rookie Ray Bernard. Bernard playing his first game. Graduate of Bishop's University, Saskatchewan, hanging on to a 1-touchdown lead at the end of the 3rd quarter at Taylor Field. The free seats at Taylor Field in Regina. The overview from the end zone as we bring you right back into Taylor Field. Ready for a first down. Ottawa beginning at the 28. Saskatchewan leading by a touchdown. Reggie Barnes. Caught by James King. And Barnes comes up a little short of the first down. Leading rusher in the CFL after the first 2 weeks with 229 yards. Barnes has picked up substantial yardage again tonight. 8 yards that time, 2nd and 2. This will be an Ottawa first down.
Barnes, the ball carrier.
As Barnes crosses the 40.
First down.
After 3 quarters, the numbers changing slightly, with Saskatchewan not really able to move the ball a great deal in the 3rd quarter so far. Ottawa has narrowed the gap.
They narrowed the gap in the time of possession. They were way behind, but they had a solid 3rd quarter. That 9-play drive for the touchdown really helped get them back.
In Ottawa, the only touchdown, second half. Stephon Jones had it and dropped it.
Yes or no?
George Wynn, 22, was with Stephon Jones that time.
Should have had it. Easy one to complete, a 6-7 yard hitch. Stephon Jones, you see, took his eyes off it. He was the old thing, running before he caught it.
2nd and long, 6 defensive backs in for Saskatchewan. Big charge on Burgess, and he's down.
Jurison got there again.
Great pressure initially from Gerald Bayless, and this is what they wanted from the two tackles. Get that push up the middle, force Burgess to move in that pocket, and here comes the pressure. Bobby Jurison with the sack. Boy, he better share that one with Gerald Bayless. Bayless did a lot of work on that one.
Jurison had a big week in a losing cause with 4 against the Eskimos in week 2.
He is your league leader.
God dang.
Terry Baker near his 22. Forcing Jaycox cross field to try and make a play, and there won't be one. Solid kick, 44 yards with no return. 13:10 to play. Fourth quarter at Taylor Field in Regina. One touchdown separates Saskatchewan and Ottawa. Last 6 drives have ended in punts. Austin had big numbers, a couple of touchdowns first half, but times have changed in the second. Austin firing under pressure, gets it to Lucius Floyd near side. Floyd breaks a tackle. Got by Les Brown. Patrick Lane made the stop, but it is a first down and a 14-yard gain.
John, you just asked what is wrong with the Saskatchewan offense. Well, I can tell you what is right with it. Go back to the high percentage passes. Get it to Lucius Floyd quickly out of the backfield. If Ottawa drops off, he's the guy you want to get it to. He picks up a first down. He's a guy that can get you momentum back in a hurry.
Austin on first down. Looks deep. Markers are down. Elgard looked to be the intended receiver, and Hunter was covering.
Forward pass interference. Ottawa number 27. Holding. Saskatchewan number 59. 5-yard gain Saskatchewan. First down repeated.
Well, the interference is 15. The holding is 10. So Ottawa gives up 5 yards on the play. There's the holding by Daniel Hunter. No question about that. He's trying to get physical with Ray Elgard, and when Elgard gets by him, he has to put the hook on him.
Now this is 1st and 5 Saskatchewan. Lucius Floyd takes the pitch, and extra effort gets him very close to the first down. Near the 55, Patrick Lane dragging down Lucius Floyd. Austin for the first down. No markers anywhere.
It is first down.
Chris Giaskis, the right guard, makes a nice block, and Austin just sneaks in behind him and picks up a pretty easy first down.
Saskatchewan inside the Ottawa zone at the 53. Austin has a first down. Looks once. Fired for Lucius Floyd, and Floyd wasn't quick enough getting out of there. Austin good on 19 of 35 for 211 yards so far.
He's had a good night, but here's an opportunity where you can go for the home run. You got to match up the safety right up in the line of scrimmage, and as Lucius Floyd gets by him, he is home free, but Austin simply overthrew him. But I mean, the positive side of things for Saskatchewan, I mean, they see when they have a chance for a big play, and they're able to go to it. I mean, it's a tough one to connect every time, but the good news is they recognize it and go for it.
From the shotgun on 2nd and long, Narcisse, nice catch. Near the 36. Narcisse in front of Charles Wright.
And Narcisse is really working hard tonight against Charles Wright. They've had a battle all evening long, one-on-one, and when you run those intermediate 12 to 15-yard routes, you have to work hard against the defensive back because you know you're going to have pretty tight coverage. That's his 10th catch of the night. They're going to add a roughing penalty on top of that.
92, first down Saskatchewan.
Here comes the roughing penalty. The ball is gone, delivered, and you know, it's frustrating for Dexter Manley. He has seen the quarterback so seldom this year that when he gets an opportunity, maybe he should have held back, but he was so eager to get in and try and get a sack, he went with it anyway and get called for the roughing.
16th Ottawa penalty. It has cost the Eastern Riders 180 yards. This one sets Saskatchewan up with a first down at the 21.
Austin looks to the far sideline. Narcisse makes the catch. Charles Wright covering again.
I feel sorry for Charles Wright in a way because he is really not getting beaten badly tonight, but of the 11 balls that Don Narcisse has caught, they've all been against Charles Wright. And although he has had good coverage, Narcisse and Austin are working these timing patterns, so there's really no opportunity for Wright to react to the football in the air.
Narcisse picked up 8. 2nd and 2. Saskatchewan at the Ottawa 13. Lucius Floyd, well read by the Ottawa defense. Kropke is there. Stuman is there. And the loss is a couple.
What's going on, JW? What's up? You want to play with our first win, baby? Put your sorry butts back on the map. Y'all be top first, right? We need y'all to play, so do us some favors.
Saskatchewan has not scored a point in the second half. We're at 10-19 remaining in the 4th quarter.
Doing some serious talking down there.
The Hendrickson brothers. Scott and Craig. Craig is a starter at left tackle. Scott, number 63, a backup in on this 22-yard field goal try by Dave Ridgway. And Ridgway has another perfect night going. Adding the first points for Saskatchewan in the second half.
Field goal number, 980 CPLM flip chart, $25 long distance gift certificate courtesy of Saskatchewan. And the number is on the scoreboard.
Temper's a little out of control, but everything seems sorted out. We'll continue with our game of the week live from Taylor Field in Regina. Saskatchewan in front now by 10.
Ken Austin did a good job on that last drive. You know, a field goal for them was so important. Now they're up 10 points again, and what they do is they force Ottawa to have to score twice to get themselves back into the game. So although a field goal doesn't sound like much, it accomplished quite a lot.
Fine return by Ken Haley, who gets out to the 45. 20-yard return.
Picked up by Saskatchewan 15, Bruce Boyko.
Saskatchewan defensive back.
44 and a half. Make it the 44.
Robert Samuels making his first CFL start tonight. He's debuting. Good speed. He outran the Rocket. Rocket Ismail, the 1987 Pennsylvania High School Track Championships.
So he must be fast.
10-3-8 against the Rocket, apparently. Back in those days. Sean Daniels, first catch of the night. Tom Burgess looking to overcome a 10-point deficit.
And he understands the situation too. He only has a little better than 9 minutes remaining, so he has to get a score, either a field goal or the touchdown. And if Saskatchewan's going to drop off, he will pick away at it with Sean Daniels underneath. That's a good call.
Gain is 7. 2nd and 3. Fake to Barnes. Daniels makes the catch. Suter was there. Number 27, the Saskatchewan safety. All-Canadian in 91. Big hit on Daniels.
Well, they decided to go 2nd and 2 and put some pressure on Burgess with the blitz. That means Glenn Suter has the 3rd receiver in man-to-man coverage. That's Sean Daniels. And boy, as the ball arrived, Glenn Suter was right there with the punishing hit. And the Ottawa Roughriders will have to give up the football as a result of that big hit.
Terry Baker's had a pretty good night. Slightly above his season average. Charge was on from Farthing on the near side. Jaycox has to go back inside the 10.
Terry Baker's punt taken by Willis Jaycox.
Slipped his way through to the 17 and then was forced back. Sean Foodie leading the Ottawa tacklers. A 51-yard kick by Baker.
Let's follow Patrick Wayne down the field. And whoop.
It'll be Saskatchewan starting 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And into the umpire, Dave Sutherland.
Dave, you got to get out of the way of those big guys.
Who's that? Nice outfit. Saskatchewan first down. Out of the cover, Austin for Lucius Floyd. And Floyd turns it into a first down.
Pass and run to Lucius Floyd.
Gets out near the 30. Patrick Wayne on the tackle. 11 yards for Lucius Floyd.
Well, you talk about the urgency for Ottawa to get a couple of scores. Ken Austin knows that too, and he's saying to himself, boy, oh boy, 7.5 or so minutes remaining. If I can take some time off this clock, put a nice 9-10 play drive together, get a field goal or something, I can put this game away right now. That's what's going through Ken Austin's mind.
First down from the 31. Austin with time, and a penalty marker is down. No catch out at the 45. Jay Cox was the intended receiver.
Pass attempt to Willis Jaycox, incomplete.
Now there's Saskatchewan Sweetie having a good time. Here's the call.
Holding, Saskatchewan number 58. First down repeated.
Chris Giaskis, number 58. Got singled out that time, so it'll be 1st and 20. It's been a long time between victories for Ottawa at Taylor Field. Back to 87, October 30th. Low-scoring game. Saskatchewan has won 7 of the last 8 meetings with Ottawa here in this ballpark. Farthing makes the catch and rolls out of bounds.
Pass is caught by Dan Farthing.
Farthing's done a nice job filling in for Jeff Fairholm tonight. He has a spectacular touchdown catch, and now comes up with a good catch along the sidelines, working against number 7 Anthony Drawhorn. Ball almost tipped there by Ken Haley, 24, but Farthing is able to concentrate, make the catch, and they get back about 11 yards of that 1st and 20 situation. That's good offense.
From the shotgun on 2nd and 9, Austin goes to the other side. Don Narcisse in front of Charles Wright. We'll see where they spot the ball.
I think they've got it. He knew exactly he had to go 9 yards. He went about 10 or 11 and then came back to the football, and as he has been able to do all night against Charles Wright. Watch the swim technique, back to the inside on the hook. That is really technically a great pass pattern.
12 receptions for 136 yards. Nice night, Don Narcisse.
Well, it really is, because, you know, they're known as a slot back and running back style offense where they throw to those people, not so much to the wide receivers, but he has come up with an excellent effort.
Lucius Floyd got away from 1 tackle and got back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Foodie making the tackle for Ottawa. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, Ottawa's getting their chances on defense. Now this is 2nd and 9 for the 2nd straight series here.
Austin hit as he threw. Angelo Snipes, number 91.
And that's what the pressure can do for you. Once again, Don Narcisse was open on the hook, but here comes number 91, Angelo Snipes, and there's no way that David Pitcher could stay with him. The hit comes, the ball is underthrown, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders will have to give it up.
Snipes had a couple of sacks last week. Ottawa with 7 in the game against Winnipeg. 5:21 to play, 4th quarter. Saskatchewan leading 23-13. Zecchi airmails this near the 25. Anthony Drawhorn. Drawhorn fights his way to the 34. Leading the Saskatchewan tacklers, number 47, Kelly Trithars. 43-yard punts. Decent return. We'll be back for the Ottawa first down. Live from Taylor Field in just a moment. Saskatchewan in front by 10. Into the final 5 minutes now. Ottawa first down. Darren Joseph into the game. A rookie out of the University of Ottawa, and that gets Ottawa out of a big hole with an 18-yard gain by Joseph.
Watch the block by Rob Smith, the tackle. He's going to come around and get Dan Rasevich right here. Creates a nice running lane for Reggie Barnes, and that's good execution. Here comes Rob Smith, 58. We didn't get it, but trust me, he made a great block. Okay, we'll go back to it because, you know, they got to be fair to these offensive linemen. He really did a great job. Their kick out on Tyrone Jones. Now Smith block on Rasevich. Boy, that's the way you draw it up on the blackboard. That looked pretty.
Burgess missed James Ellingson on first down, so it's 2nd and 10. 4:20 to play. Burgess good on 14 of 27, 150 yards so far. 2nd and long. Big pressure from Suter on the safety blitz. Ellingson, the intended receiver, coverage by Anthony, but it was well off target and out of bounds.
Well, but Don Matthews decided what kind of football team he wanted to have on defense. It was certainly the attack style and pressure style, and I think he should be thrilled with the amount of pressure that his front seven has put on the Ottawa quarterbacks tonight. It has resulted so many times in errant passes, and that's the style of that defense. You don't always get the sacks and the interceptions, but you get the pressures, and that is really the most important part of that style of a defense.
Terry Baker will try and drive Saskatchewan deep. Kicking from his 40. Jaycox, no chance for a return. 3:45 to go, 4th quarter. Saskatchewan leading Ottawa 23-13. Just a 30-yard kick that time for Baker.
Once again, another opportunity for Kent Austin to really put this game away. He's got a 10-point lead with 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, and the crowd senses this. They say, hey, come on, this is time to go for the kill. Let's put this team away and get the first victory of the year.
From the 27, Austin for Jaycox. Away from Patrick
Austin's pass
Wayne.
complete to Jaycox.
Got back to make the tackle. Jaycox close to the first down.
Down by 3 Ottawa.
Well, they'll mark it about an 8-yard gain.
Tackles 15, Les Brown.
Watch how the receivers clear out for each other. There goes Farthing. There goes Elgart. Now watch Jaycox up and under. It's a ball control again style of passing play. They're going to complete it, but see how the other receivers help each other out and clear out a vacant area for Jaycox. That's pretty.
Lucius Floyd will have the Saskatchewan first down. Easily so. 2:49 on the clock. 3-minute warning is up at Taylor Field in Regina. The Ottawa Roughriders trailing by 10, facing their first loss of 1992. Saskatchewan looking for its first win. Saskatchewan 1st and 10 as play resumes from the 40.
1st and 10, Saskatchewan's ball.
Pressure on from Wayne. Austin got it away for Lucius Floyd. Stillman made the stop.
Pass complete to Floyd. Waverly on stack here. Ryan Bonner with the tackle on Floyd.
Not much of a gain. It'll be 2nd and 8. Ken Austin good on 26 of 42. Couple of touchdowns. Lucius Floyd, and he'll be short of the first down.
Out of bounds.
Greg Stuman one more time.
Coming to play was 45, Greg Stuman.
So Bobby Jerson and the rest of the defensive guys will get the jackets off and have to go back in maybe for one more time. We'll try and protect that 10-point lead. Mike Lozecki's had a good night punting the football. "51-yarder. Lozecki earlier, sorry. He said he had a good night. The average wasn't as high as I thought it was for tonight. Maybe I
that
just
boomer.
remembered that 51.
You remembered the boomer. That's what you remembered. Anthony Drawhorn stepped sideways. 38-yard punts. Penalty marker is down.
Holding, Saskatchewan number 81, third down repeated.
Executive dry horn.
Coverage is similar as Rasevich led the Saskatchewan tacklers that time. Minute 23 to go. Burgess from the shotgun on 1st and 10 Ottawa. Steps up and fires, gets a first down.
Burgess pass complete.
Climby made the catch, got up and tried to grab a couple more, which he did, but he's slowed after a gain of about 12.
Well, there's a minute and 15 remaining right now, and that is enough time for the Ottawa Roughriders to score 10 points. They still are able to do this. Tom Burgess will not be able to make a mistake on this drive.
Big charge is on. Burgess trying to outrun Bayless. Stefan Jones makes the catch. A minute 5 to play. Ottawa down by 10 at 23-13. Ottawa trying to hurry it up as Burgess looks to throw from the shotgun. The intended receiver, Bob Gordon, overthrown.
Into the end zone. 2nd and 10.
Don Matthews, a great record against the Ottawa Roughriders. 13 wins, 2 losses.
Pretty good percentage there. The Saskatchewan defense, I mean, it's been like night and day, their performance tonight. They've got the pressure up front from the people they're counting on to do that. And the secondary, you know, has not made a mistake tonight. They haven't given up any long passes. They've played very good coverage. And, you know, for the most part, they've had an excellent night on defense.
52 seconds to go. 2nd and long, 2nd and 10, shotgun formation. Burgess draws a beat on that one. No.
Flags on the field.
Fennell Taylor couldn't make the catch. There is a marker down.
CFL report this week.
Ottawa number 25, 2nd down repeated.
David Conrad got cut for the holding, so the Ottawa Roughriders get moved back a little farther. Penalties, 17 penalties for Ottawa tonight. So I have a nice interview with Dexter coming up on the CFL report Tuesday night at 11:30, and he is a nice guy. It was fun to chat with, and I think you'll enjoy hearing that interview.
Burgess scrambling for his life, got the pass away short of the first down. Bob Gordon, 16 yards.
Well, that was good, though. 2nd and 20. I mean, he picked up about 15 of it right here. It's going to be a 3rd down gamble, but they did the right thing. They got enough yardage back where they put themselves in a good position now on this 3rd down gamble.
35 seconds to go. Burgess looks deep, and he fired it well over the head of Jock Climby. Don't know about the call. So Austin trots back onto the field.
Pretty happy group of Saskatchewan Roughriders. They will get their first victory. Ottawa, of course, will drop to 2-1. Nothing to be disappointed about. They really didn't play well tonight. Nothing really clicked on defense or offensively for them. One of those nights. And next week, they just regroup and get ready for Edmonton. Get to play at home, and hopefully they will have a better performance than they showed tonight.
This is the 5th duel of 2 former Saskatchewan quarterbacks who battled for the #1 job here in 1989. Kent Austin won the job. Burgess moved on to Winnipeg. And their series head-to-head since Tom Burgess left town. 2-2 coming into tonight's game, so Austin will have a 3-2 advantage now. 12 seconds to go.
Quarterback Austin
Pretty
grounds the
solid
ball.
effort by the Saskatchewan Roughriders in the first half in particular, and they came back
Fans, when leaving the stadium tonight, please use extreme caution
in the
on
4th
all
quarter.
runway property and crossings, and respect the neighborhood.
Controlled the ball, got a Ridgeway field goal.
Avoid the tracks.
But that's all the points Saskatchewan mustered in the final half of this football game. Saskatchewan, first win of the season for Don Matthews. Western Riders are now 1-2. The Ottawa Roughriders suffer their first loss.
And he's going to get the bucket over the head. Watch this. Tyrone sneaking up on him, trying to find him. I don't know if he's going to find him.
Mr. Larry Smith.
Tyrone, here he comes. Look out, Donnie. Here he comes.
That's number one.
Took Tyrone quite a while to find him with that bucket. He had to carry that thing around for a while. But congratulations, Donnie Matthews. You got your first win.
Yeah, good play by the Saskatchewan defense and enough offense to beat the Ottawa Roughriders this night, 23-13. Time for tonight's TSN Turning Point for Sony. 13-minute mark, second quarter. Kent Austin to Dan Farthing. A spectacular catch, a 17-yard touchdown. And that gave the Roughriders a lead they would not surrender. A cash donation to the Coaching Association of Canada for the training and development of coaches in amateur sport will be made on behalf of TSN and Sony. Sony Trinitron, perfecting the sports of watching TV. Saskatchewan Roughriders may not be quite number one yet, but they do have their first victory of 1992. Back live at Taylor Field in Regina, where the Saskatchewan Roughriders have their first win of 1992 by 10 points over Ottawa. We talked at the outset of this telecast tonight, Leif, about Saskatchewan being unable to get off to another slow start. And tonight they didn't. They took the lead and never relinquished it.
They really did. You know, I think Don Matthews and the entire team should be extremely happy with their performance tonight. They didn't make any mistakes. In the first couple of games, they were making silly mistakes that were costing them to get behind in games and not being able to catch up. But tonight, error-free football. I think one interception maybe by Kent Austin, but so deserving of the win. And the defense played the way that Don Matthews would like them to play. They were aggressive and tough.
Living on the edge, and they were on the edge a little bit more tonight. Change in the linebacking alignment seemed to help Saskatchewan a little bit.
I think it did. Ottawa didn't seem to be able to pick up that blitz all night long, and although they didn't get a great deal of sacks, they were able to put a reasonable amount of pressure on Tom Burgess.
All right, so the Ottawa Roughriders suffer their first loss of 1992. The Saskatchewan Roughriders come away with their first victory. Saskatchewan 23, Ottawa 13. I'm John Wells for everyone at Taylor Field. Good night from Regina, and happy win, Don Matthews.